What's going on, everybody? Atomic here, bringing you to my hardcore world. Last episode, we built this thingy right here. It is a very small iron farm, and it's producing okay, not the best. So, today's episode, I'm thinking I want to do a little bit of landscaping on our little platform up here. I eventually need to build some steps down here because this is not very fun. Anyways, I built this last episode as well. This is okay. It's not giving me too many because it's only a double. I also have built this. It's not 100% efficient, as you see right there, but it's giving me a couple. I literally just finished this. I need to redecorate it as well. Off camera, I had to move the nether portal from right here to right there. Yeah, I think that's about it that I did off camera. But yeah, so here's my idea, is to come down here. As you see, I've kind of got it pinned off a little bit, but to remove part of this mountain right here. So as you see, I have that marked, and then it's going to be flush right here. And that's 5 blocks up, and then another 5, and then another 5. But my idea is also, this is kind of marking everything, is to cut out pretty much, you know, kind of shape it in like this and build really nice landscaping down here where it almost looks like a farm on the side of the mountain. I'm not really sure how to explain it, but each level will have like a farm on it. It's just going to be small, nothing too crazy, but enough to give the side of this mountain a little bit better of a look. So I'm going to go ahead and start cutting this out. Y'all sit back and enjoy. All right, so we got that all taken care of, and I went ahead and added dirt here since I don't have grass blocks, but I know this is gonna be hard to follow, but if you look at these, I've got right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each one of these are gonna be layers of 5. So technically the next layer will be that one right there, which will be right here. I do know that I'm lacking in oak to be able to get all this done. I'm wanting to use logs and everything. So I'm gonna build a little like oak farm type thing. It's not going to be automatic or anything, but it's going to be all that I really can do right now. So how I'm going to do this is I'm going to place out some dirt on this layer right here, and then I'm going to place some steps around it and then try to make a nice little platform for it. So I'm going to do that real quick. All right, so it's very ugly, but it does the trick. The reason I have these slabs up here is that a way these don't go really high up the trees, so I don't get the big ones, because those are a bit annoying to do. So we're going to go ahead and plant these and let these grow while we're working on that. And just like that, everything's planted. I went ahead and put solid blocks in here, probably every 5, just to be able to give some light in here. And we're gonna go ahead and breed these since we're over here. All right, so we're getting us a pretty good amount. We have 63 steak right here, and then I have some over there. All right, so everything's put up. Now we're gonna go over here and kind of take a look at how we want to do this, because this is gonna be pretty interesting for me, because I don't do a lot of side of the mountain builds, but I want to attempt it. I need to go and get a pickaxe, or not a pickaxe, but a axe, because some wood's over there and it's going to take too long to punch. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll do that over there. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and make a diamond one real quick, and then I'm going to take the wood that I have right here and turn those into sticks and try to get some levels to be able to actually enchant it. As I'm doing that, I'm also going to go over there and get some of that iron and trade, I think it's this villager, trade him because he has some iron trades, and do that real quick. So when I come back, I'll have more emeralds and should have some levels. All right, so I didn't get too many levels, unfortunately. So this book right here was from the villager that we got either first or second episode. I don't even remember anymore. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is enchant this, see what we can get. Okay, I thought I heard something. All right, so we can get unbreaking. I mean, that's better than nothing. And then we'll add mending onto it. So let's go ahead and do that real quick, and then we can actually start building this. adding these two together only costs 2 levels, so we are good on that. I'm gonna go ahead and place these into blocked form and go ahead and put them in this chest, and then I'll meet y'all down there. All right, so we're down here now. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this like so. Now, ideally, I want these to run kind of sideways like that. Yeah, that looks okay. And then I don't know if I like these angles very much. I might actually leave this open for something else, which I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'll probably take off this right here. I'll put that there to remind me. And these steps are coming out. So let's go ahead and get this sized up for a second. That's 2. Okay, so we're probably gonna do it right there and then run it along like this. And then right here, kind of like we did over there, bring this out one and then drop it down. So what's going on right now is this right here, this part is probably not gonna be visible. The little farm that I'm gonna do is gonna be out here, but that's gonna be the pathway. So I'm going to bring this out, let's see, probably one more, just like that, and then bring this like this, and then have some pillars coming down like so, just like that. So up here is going to be our grass, and then what we're gonna do is extend this out right here a little bit, and our farm is going to be out here. So I'm gonna place in a couple of these segments to kind of see how everything looks, and if I like it, then I'll show y'all. If not, we'll kind of change it up. All right, so I know this looks a little funky right now, but I think it'll look a lot better. Here, I'm gonna get up here and kind of show y'all. Is once I get these plants in here, get some lights up in there, in between this is gonna be a walkway, and I'm thinking about making the entry to our base right here, but having it to where we can come underneath all of this and then be able to make it up there. And then still keeping this type of stuff here. I'm kind of liking it, but I'm not 100% sure. Anyways, I just wanted to kind of give y'all the update, and I'm gonna attempt to build some more of these. I've been growing trees and coming down here. Anyways, so I'm gonna build a few more, and then we'll go to our next project. All right, guys, so I got a few segments built of it, got my inventory cleaned up, and this is what we're working with. It looks, let me get in this boat and I'll go over here. It looks a bit interesting, but it'll look a lot better, I think, once we get some more of these built in. Anyway, so what's gonna happen is it's gonna go up here. I'm gonna shift it a little bit. We're gonna have a couple over here. Just kind of making this all look built in, kind of bringing some more dirt out. I'll probably bring a little bit of stone, borders and everything. I don't know. I'm trying something completely different. This is not my typical building style, but I think it's a good start. Anyway, so what's gonna go on here, I have these kind of lined up so I know what's going on in there. I put these here, just kind of decorations. Once we get grass, I'm gonna actually decorate this a little bit more and then get a water source in here. That way we can plant some plants so it's way better looking further away. But I also need to find where I'm going to be going into this place at. And I'm thinking, because I was going to go in somewhere over here, I'm not sure, I think it was over there, that's not going to work anymore. So I'm thinking it's going to be right in here now. However, I need to think if I want to keep it at this level and then drop it down, or if I want to keep it at this level and go straight in. But we'll figure that out here in just a second. All right, so we're back up here. I'm getting some more spruce because I kind of ran out a little bit, and I do need to plant some more. These are not growing that fast. I need to make a farm for that kind of stuff. So we definitely need to build us a farm really soon. I'm thinking about like over there. That way we can get some strings and bones and all of that kind of stuff and some more gunpowder. I still need more materials for that. Here is some stuff that I'm going to be needing to do on this episode besides a little bit of landscaping. So what I'm thinking about doing, I know this is wide open right here, but I need to come down in here and figure out where I want our trading hall to be. Now I'm thinking that if I do this correctly, I could probably bring it out that way. So like bring it this way a little bit and then go back in there and then start getting our villagers in there since we're getting a steady source of iron now. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is start cutting some of this out and get us a location to get some villagers in here so we can start getting us some better trades. All right, guys, so I think I'm finished up where we're going to put them, and hopefully this makes sense down here, but we're going to try. So the villagers are going to come up right here, and they're going to come into here. This right here is going to be where I make them from a normal villager to a zombie villager, and then cure them, and then bring them over here. Now this is going to be the hallway. We're only going to make this hallway 2 wide, but where every single piece of this andesite is, we're going to have a villager. So we're going to have, you know, all these, and then over here, we have a little bit wider of a walkway into another 2 wide, where every piece of the andesite is going to place a villager. But we cannot go much further than this right here because I do not have blaze rods. So that'll be something I do very soon, and I don't have another name tag. I can trade for one, but I don't have one right now. Anyways, I've been down here for a hot minute trying to figure out how I wanted to do all that, but let's go ahead and mine up some of the trees. So I know it's a lot bigger, like the tree area, than what it was, but I realized that these grow better when those slabs aren't up there. Those slabs were interfering. So yeah, I'm gonna get in here and cut this down, even though it's going to be a pain in my tush. All right, so to explain what I'm doing right now is I'm going through with the hoe and I'm hitting all of these leaves in hopes that I get apples, which there's been a couple that drop, but just kind of keeping y'all informed on what I'm doing. See, like right here, I get a lot of saplings, a lot of sticks, there's an apple. I know I don't have any enchantments on here, but that's completely fine. So I'm going to continue doing this, and once we get everything down, we'll build some more on that. All right, so we finally got it all cleared out. It almost destroyed my diamond hoe. I will need to get an enchantment on there, maybe on breaking, mending, something. Anyways, we have got a decent amount of wood, not too much, but a good amount, and we got all of our saplings back. So I'm gonna go ahead and plant these saplings real quick. All right, so all the saplings are completely planted. We are looking good over here. So we're looking good with all of the saplings. So let's get down here and take a peek at what else needs to be done. Besides getting silk touch, that way we can get grass down here, we need to go ahead and think about our entryway. So I'm thinking right in here. So like right here. And I'm also thinking I'm going to go ahead and bring it up to where it matches the height right here. And I'm going to try to make this to where it comes around and it looks like an actual border, like a good border. Something like this. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to have the wood coming in kind of like this, all down in here so it looks a little bit better. And then I left a little docking area so you can come up in here. And see, that dirt just made it look a lot better already. I know it doesn't look very well right now, but when we get that dirt down here, or that grass down here, it's gonna look a lot better. All right, so we're gonna come in, and this is gonna be our entry right here. We know that there's gonna be another layer of this up there, which is gonna be 5 high. So we know we need to remove some of this right here for this entryway to look proper and not being like interfering with that over there. So let me go ahead and get this out of the way really quick, just like so. Now that's a lot better. I'll go ahead and run this beam right there. We'll act like that's gonna be it. Now coming off this, now I'm gonna go ahead and connect these. That way they look normal, like so. So we have that. That's gonna hurt, that's fine. Now we need to put this beam going across like that. All right, so I got that fixed. I had a little mistake there. So that's how everything else is going to look. I don't know if I like it right there because of this open area, or how these overcross right here. So I think I'm gonna shift this down by, what is that? Right here. So just these two right here, shift those down. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so yeah, that looks a lot better right there. because I can kind of fill this in a little bit, making it look like it's not just that big and empty right there. So yeah. Next, we're going to go ahead and clean this up just a little bit to be able to start with our door. All right, so what I'm gonna need, that's not what I'm gonna need, is some spruce stairs. All right guys, so how I'm gonna have to do this is I'm gonna have to fill this in just a little bit. We're gonna add a little bit of oak right there. I'm gonna do the same thing over here, just like this. Add our oak right here. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add our steps just like this. I'm thinking I do some trap doors in between that, and I think that'll kind of give it a little like detailed depth kind of thing. Let me make some trap doors real quick. I'm thinking about adding one here just like that, and maybe even one down there. Then if I put a couple of the lanterns, I think that'll pull this out really nicely. But what I think might pull this in, making it look a little bit better, is taking this and go ahead and add it right there, and then adding a little bit of dirt in here until I do this wall. So yeah, I think I kind of like that. What I'm probably gonna have to do is make this look a little bit better over here. I might add like a little lamp or something, like a light, maybe a daylight sensor light right here, but I'm not 100% sure. I've got to figure out how to tie this all in together. I'm going to continue harvesting the trees up there. Once we get several of these built, we're going to go ahead and go inside here and then try to start linking these up to where we can make it to the top. So as soon as I do that, I'll bring it right back in. All right, guys, so I am finished up for now. So this is the kind of idea that I've got going on, but I'm gonna have more of this all the way around, kind of detailed a little bit better. So I've got the grass coming down, so I made the dirt trail all the way to right here, and it's starting to spread out properly. Looking pretty good. Grass is jumping up here, but I know it's not gonna get up here, so I have to eventually get silk touch. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take these blocks out now, and I need to build a proper stairway up. So in here, I kind of changed this up. I like this a little bit better, and I like these a little bit better than what I had. It was kind of, I don't know, it was just kind of funky looking. But what I'm gonna have to do is in here, I want like a little fountain or something, like a little waterfall fountain. I'm not sure where. It could be like a bigger like statue type fountain right here that's kind of engraved. So with that being the case, I'm going to want to go back a few blocks before I make that corner. I'll probably have to come in here and dig this way a little bit to kind of keep a good idea of where I'm going. Also, if you notice that, right there, Violet's actually on. See? I got her up in the base helping me get ready for our next episode, which is gonna be an awesome one, by the way. So I just wanted to give you all that quick update. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this cleaned up just a little bit, and then we'll move on to the next part. All right, so we got it cleaned up a little bit. It's not decorated by no means, but you come in here, right here, and then we have this little hallway. So that's pretty much all I've done. I will eventually expand this, make it look better, actually make it kind of look like hallways. So next, I went ahead and started clearing this way, and kind of show y'all why. Is this way is where I want, I think it's like right here. Up here is where I want the door. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna keep y'all with me. I'm gonna cut out just a little bit more of this, kind of speed this process up really quick. And I think that should be far enough back. I just cut back 3 more. And now we're gonna go ahead and cut this way really, really quick. I have the coordinates written down of where I want this to come up at. So we're gonna try to get over there. And this right here is our middle block. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this coal actually. I'm kind of running really low on coal now. I made more torches and I'm out of coal for the furnace. We do have kelp. It has a decent amount, We're gonna block in like this for our steps so it doesn't come out too far. And then we're going to go up, I believe it's like 5 blocks. And then once we get up there, we get to start the next part of the tunnel. All right, so we finally made it up here. In case you're wondering why I'm doing so many levels, one, it kind of looks good. It kind of adds some texture to this mountain because I'm not very good at terraforming. But I can use other things like, you know, I can come over here, make a walkway and have like a sheep farm inside of here. Or have a cow farm in there. But I can make multiple farms in this and just make this mountain one huge entire base without having to terraform too much. But we need to go ahead and cut this out right here or like right here so we can make it to where we have access to that over there. And then we need to make it to where we can get onto this part. So like before, I'm going to go ahead and clear all of this out to be able to get over there and then see what we can make happen. All right, and this one is good to go. So we walk over here and now we have access to right here. So, and then we got these, ow, we got those torches now. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this here since I have access to everything now and I don't have to jump fences or anything. So we come over here and this is how we make it to this level. And then we come over here and we're going to be going in, I believe it's right here or right here for our last layer. Let me double check that. All right, so this block right here seems to be our last one. So we're going to leave that as our center block right here, make our cut, and we're exactly where we want it to be. And now we have access to the very top right here. We have our little lookout right there. And I was thinking about this. I don't know how to make this work properly or if this looks very well, but I might actually try to do a border around a lot of this and see what's going on with that. So up here, I have been, as you see, I have a bunch of hose in my inventory. I've been changing up and getting some of these, seeing if I can get more saplings. I don't want to waste any diamonds on these hose, so I'm just kind of using whatever iron I could. So over here, while doing that, we've got a pretty good amount of kelp going. I know this episode's probably running long, so we're not going to do all of this on this episode, but I'm going to kind of get a general structure, like a general idea of where I want to be able to go down, so I don't keep having to parkour all the way up these trees. So I'm going to grab some materials and basically build probably a 1 or 2 high wall right here, and then leave an area open and then kind of figure out how I'm going to get down. So let me grab this and we'll get started with that. All right, guys. So while I was over here discussing everything with Violet here, she actually said that she wants to build this for me. This is pretty much like her style of building. Like she loves building like the medieval-y stuff. And this is all out of my comfort zone. So she wants to be able to help. And I think it would be pretty cool to bring some of her build styles because she's been helping me a lot on both of them. Our normal survival world and the hardcore. So what I'm going to do here is watch this golem burn. So what I'm going to be doing in the meantime while she's doing this is cutting down these, planting these, taking that kelp and going ahead and smelting it down. Kind of like some busy work over here. So y'all sit back and enjoy. All right, guys, so we are all done. Look at this lovely bone meal creator. This greatness right here. It's producing, you know, that high quality bone meal. No, I'm just kidding. So this is what's going on. We have our little wall here. Now, I wanted to add the wood in here. So I was talking to her. She got the wood put in here, made it look good. I need to incorporate some of this, like the stone brick, to our pathway over there But yeah, it's looking pretty good. It lights it up over here, and it's going to kind of draw it all together. So down here, this is going to be where the staircase goes down to be able to go and get to all that stuff down there. Right now it's just the iron farm. And then I kind of show you what I was doing while she was building. Is I chopped down a lot of these trees right here, and I'll show you what's in that chest in just a second. But I took away this huge chest monster right here. Got everything inside the base. Did this because I was harvesting all this and just throwing the seeds in there. This is what we got. So we got a bunch of spruce, not that much oak. We got a bunch of wheat. We got a bunch of this saplings. This is pretty much just all the planting stuff. But that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We did quite a bit of work and we put quite a bit of effort into making this episode. So if you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a thumbs up for the iron golem burning. Now, be sure to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you're new, consider subscribing. Until next time, guys, I will see y'all later.